In this picture, we can see a man is hitting the ball. So what are we going to do today? Today, we are going to discuss about object. Object is very common, but sometimes it has been observed at some extent the people they cannot object or grip object correctly. So it's part one, object. What is an object? It's a very important question. An object is a noun or pronoun that is acted upon by a verb or a preposition, or in very simple words, it is the receiver of the action. For instance, I hit the ball, the man helps other. We have introduced a tremendous idea. He ate the bowl of rice. I hit, I hit what? The ball, right? So here I hit what? The ball. So ball is the receiver of the action. That's why it is an object. This man helps other. What does this man do? He helps others. Others are the receiver of the action object. We have introduced what? A tremendous idea. So this a tremendous idea is the example of an object. Then he ate the bowl of rice. What did he eat? The bowl of rice. This bowl of rice. The bowl, others, a tremendous idea. These all are the receiver of the actions. So as they are the receiver of the action, so these all are object. There are three different types of or categories of object. And what are those? Direct object, indirect, and object of a preposition. Direct and indirect objects we will discuss in this today's video, and later on object of a preposition. Let's check what is direct object. A direct object is a noun or a pronoun that receives the action of a verb or shows a result of the action. In simple, it is the receiver of the action and it completes the meaning of the sentence. It never creates any sort of ambiguity, or it never leaves the ambiguity behind it. It answers the question, which is very important, what or whom or who after an action verb. So another condition is action verb is needed, and then what? It gives the answer of what, whom, or who. For instance, please pass the butter. Pass what? The butter. So the butter is what? It is a direct object. Now you need to ask two questions, two things. First, you need to find the verb, and the verb is pass. And then you have to ask from pass that what to pass. So the butter. The butter is what? It is direct object. Keep it, remember, any word which gives the answer of what, whom, or who, that is called noun or pronoun. And noun or pronoun always used at the place of object. I don't have a bank account because I don't know my mother's maiden name. So you have to ask, you have to find verbs. Verbs are don't have and don't know. These two are used in bold. Then you have to ask what for each verb. Don't have what, don't know what. In don't have what, the answer is a bank account. So it means this is what. If it is giving you the answer of what, it is what? It is a noun, and noun is object. So this is what, this is direct object. And then don't know what, we have we have basically found the answer of it. And don't know what, yes, for the don't know what, answer is my mother's maiden name. This is my mother's maiden name and a bank account. These both are direct object. Direct objects can be pronouns too. So it's not necessary all the time we have noun. Instead of it, pronouns can also play the role of direct object. Don't eat me. I have wife and kids. Eat them. Homer Simpson. It's a very old story, and from English literature, from where it has been basically taken the sentence, don't eat me. Me. Here, find the verbs. The first word is don't eat, right? Have and eat. So these are three different basically what clauses. And here, ask what for each verb. Don't eat whom, right? The answer is me. Don't eat whom? Me. And me is what here? Pronoun. Then if I talk about the next, eat whom? them, eat them. And if I say have what? Have what? A wife and kids. So me and them both are here what? Pronouns, and a wife and kids are noun. So when we talk about direct object, there is a possibility, it's not necessary all the time noun will be direct object. Sometime your pronoun can be direct object. Then we are moving toward the second indirect object. First was direct object, and now we are moving towards indirect objects. The direct object is a recipient or beneficiary of the action more often than not is a person. You can find the indirect object by finding the verb and direct object. See, as we have already discussed, and then asking for or to whom. Two things we have found in this definition. The first and utmost thing is what they're talking about, the action. Okay, is the recipient or beneficiary of the action more often than not is a person. The thing which they are pointing out, the definition is pointing out, it's not necessary that indirect object is usually what. When we talk about indirect objects, so indirect objects are not necessarily it's a person, but it can be a person. Direct objects and indirect object difference. Okay, you can find the indirect object by finding the verb and direct object. Keep it remember, wherever or in any sentence where you will find indirect object, at the same time you will find direct object as well there. So if in any sentence indirect object is there, direct object must be there. Both objects will be used at the same time. In that situation, we call it double object. For instance, give a girl the right shoes. Give a girl. Give what? Give what? The right shoes. To whom? A girl. So here we have double object in this part of the sentence. A girl is indirect and the right shoes is what it is. It is basically what? It is the right shoe is direct object. Give the right shoes to whom? A girl. So please keep it remember, wherever or in which sentence you are going to use indirect object, where you can easily observe direct object too. Indirect object, again explanation. The boy is what? Subject. Give is an action verb. And then what is being given? A baby apple. So that's why it is what? Direct object, because it is completing the sense of the sentence. Right? And then the answer is for whom or to. So his mother. So this is what? Indirect object. For instance, if I say the boy gave his mother and then full stop. After it, I don't mention something. So don't you think it will create an ambiguity for you, that what was given and what was that thing? So here, when we talk about a baby apple, it has basically completed the sense, right? Usually when we talk about indirect objects are persons, usually, not in all cases. Example 2, I have given her an interesting book for reading. I have given her an interesting book for reading. Given her what? An interesting book, right? So see, this is what an interesting book is the example of direct object, and given to whom? To her. Because if I ask, I have given her, okay, given her what? This part has completed the sense, so that's why an interesting book has completed the sense, so that's why it is what? It is direct object, and her is an object, but it is an indirect object. Indirect objects are usually found with the verbs of giving or communicating, like give, bring, tell, show, take, or offer. Usually, when, give, bring, tell, show, take, or offer such type of verbs, then in a sentence we use double object. One is indirect and second is direct object. Conclusion. Direct object completes the meaning of the sentence. Indirect object leaves the sense of incompleteness or ambiguity. Test yourself. These are a few sentences. Those you have to take and solve by yourself and mention in your comment box either you have successfully done these, either you have successfully found direct and indirect object, or still you are facing problem. If still you face problem, so please once again watch the video. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video. It's time to sign off.